Hello friends. Happy viewing. Next, I would like to summarize the content of Chapter 8. In the previous episode, Shen Dai decided to talk to Moyu. Wishes to visit his grandmother every weekend. Moyu turns to look at him and asks why Shen Dai didn't discuss it before they got married. Shen Dai was taken aback for a moment and said that I didn't think of this at the time. After that, Moyu continued to criticize him by saying, I guess there's a lot of things that he didn't think about, will he bring it up every now and then? Shen Dai was at a loss for words at that time. Moyu continued, don't worry, I don't mean to blame you. I just see him as an ordinary person who can rarely ask and demand, but chooses to do nothing. I do not support that thoughtless act. But come to think of it, I'm just an omega. Of course you can visit home, why should I prevent you from seeing your loved ones? Thank you, Shen Dai. Moyu continued. I said as long as you do what needs to be done, you will gain freedom and respect. Moyu turned his gaze back to Shen Dai and said he performed well today. Shen Dai said thanks. Moyu reminded Shen Dai to be careful with Qu Moyu. From childhood to adulthood he had a habit of competing with me for everything, even things he didn't need. Shen Dai frowned and told Moyu that he didn't understand what Moyu meant. Moyu went on to say why did Changshan mark Yu Boyboy? Shen Dai replied because he wanted to break the marriage of the two. To destroy his and Yu Xinghai's cooperation. Moyu's hand rotated the ring to say yes, since it has failed now, he will think of another move. Moyu suddenly mentioned our contract including Shen Dai's allegiance. I don't want the person named my wife to do something to embarrass me, I said, so do you understand? Shen Dai was about to explain the whole thing about Changshan earlier, when Moyu suddenly interrupted and said that he didn't mean to underestimate Shen Dai. However, as a normal omega, normally they can't stand against the top alpha. Shen Dai got into the car, bowed his head and remained silent, thinking that even if the whole world considered everyone equal, everyone would know that alpha doesn't treat beta and omega equally. Not to mention that an S-rank alpha I don't even consider regular alphas my equal. Afterwards, Moyu told Shen Dai that if Changshan insulted him in the future, please tell me. Shen Dai simply said yes without looking at Moyu. Whenever he was with Moyu, Shen Dai could always feel some invisible sense of oppression. Sometimes he even doubts whether the person who once gave him a firm hug and gently comforted his ears really exists or not. I'm actually a bit scared of Qu Moyu. Go to the next segment. Shen Dai temporarily couldn't think of a reason to suddenly have a large sum of 10 million. So he lied that he received the prize of the category, in the immediate future, changed to a new and more expensive treatment plan for his grandmother. After that, I went to see the house myself. Quickly chose an apartment that was quite good and could move in right away. That evening, he returned to the company dormitory. He received a text message from his best friend, Ms. Cheng Zimei. While he was lying in bed, clicked the link and saw it was his half-brother's social media account. The content inside is a photo of Yu Boyboy and Qu Changshan taken together intimately. Cheng Zimei sent him another message, telling him that he had heard that Crown Prince Moyu and Changshan were both pursuing Yu Boyboy. However, Boyboy later rejected Crown Prince Moyu. How can a playboy like Changshan compare with Crown Prince Moyu? Crown Prince Moyu is also the first heir and a gentleman while focusing only on his career. Shen Dai was thinking about the fact that because Changshan marked Yu Boyboy, so they won't break up so easily no matter what. But why is there still no news of any engagement or marriage? Shen Dai was confused about those matters, but Cheng Zimei continued to lament Moyu's condition and said that the future wife of Crown Prince Moyu must be far superior to Yu Boyboy. Shen Dai suddenly felt humiliated because what she said was the truth. Moyu will finally marry such a true wife.